Welcome back, assholes, to the second episode of the Monday Night Wars, Raw, where we discuss the Monday Night Wars, the Raw side of things. On Fridays, we talk about the Nitro side of things with the Monday Night Wars, Nitro. Anyway, here with your host, the King of Smart Style, a.k.a. the notorious M.I.K.E., a.k.a. the Sensual Swami of the Squared Circle, a.k.a. the face the women love and the men envy, the near-fall narcissist himself, the King of Nerds. Thank you for stopping back in, peasants, here with the near-fall royalty himself. So today, we're doing the second episode of Raw in the Monday Night Wars. September 11th, 1995. This episode of Raw pulled in a 2.2 rating. And it's been 2 weeks since we had a Raw. So they got a lot to cover. SummerSlam happened. They didn't get their major show after that. It was preempted. Gave WCW a chance to jump in. They pulled 2.5 for their first week. So, let's see what Raw answers with. So, SummerSlam, we're obviously dealing with the fallout of that. I remember this Raw opening. By the way, there's like it was the same Raw opening I remember from that period of time, but I don't remember this music at all. Like, not at all. Like, this music was terrible. Like, the lyrics, it was like this real, like, passive country rock song. There's no, like, aggression to it or anything. It was real, like, chill. But the lyrics were, like, the guy was, like, says he likes it raw. Not like it raw. Like, it was real fucking weird. I don't like this at all. I'm going to do some investigating. I have an answer for you next week on what the hell this was. Also, before we get any further into this, parents, don't let your kids watch this show, or don't watch this show with your kids in the room. I'm going to swear a lot. I get on, like, these weird tangents, and I can't really control, like, the words. There's no filter here. This shit just, it pops in, and it just immediately, like, flows like hot garbage out of my mouth. So don't let your kids watch this. Kids, sneak and watch this. You're going to love it. I swear a lot. It's all that shit that, like, kids like to laugh at. It's like lowest hanging fruit on the comedy tree. So check it out, kids. So anyway, I don't remember this I Like It Raw theme. We'll figure it out, guys. After that, we've got our first match for Raw in the Monday Night Wars, which is Razor Ramon versus British Bulldog. Bulldog has got the short crew cut, so it's that variety of Bulldog. So he's a heel. He's managed by Jim Cornette, so he's fucking obviously a heel. This was actually like a pretty good match. It ended with some weird like shenanigans. Dean Douglas, who had kind of tried to attack Razor Ramon at SummerSlam, but Razor was like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. Kind of dropped him real easy and made him look like a punk. The ref gets knocked out. Razor's got the win. He hits the Razor's edge. The ref's out. Dean Douglas comes down, attacks Razor. 1, 2, 3 Kid comes down to help Razor because they're like buddies at this point. Like, you know, Razor's like, this is my little buddy. You can come stand under. You see this guy? You stand here. You know what this is? This is my wing. And now you're under it. So they got like this little buddy fucking thing going. Kid comes down to help. He immediately gets taken out by Douglas. So Douglas leaves. Kid is outside the ring. Bulldog goes for the win. The ref starts to wake up. Kid goes to hit Bulldog. Ref calls disqualification on Razor. Bulldog picks up the win. After the match, Bulldog and Jim Cornette stomp the fuck out of both these guys. Imagine Jim Cornette like, all right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get out there. The Bulldog's gonna take him out, and then I'm gonna stomp the little one, motherfucker. Like, Cornette with his fucking high pitched voice. I'm gonna hit him with my fucking racket, motherfucker. Like, so Cornette's out there stomping the fuck out of the 1, 2, 3 Kid, which is hilarious because it actually makes sense because Cornette's like bigger than the dude. So I mean, whatever. Cornette and Bulldog eventually get bored, and Cornette's like, all right, my foot hurts. Let's get out of here, motherfucker. And they take off. After that, McMahon gets in the ring. He does an interview with Kid and Razor. And he's basically like, Razor, the Kid cost you the match. And the Kid was like, look, man, I didn't cost him that match. Razor cost me a match 2 weeks ago on Raw, and I didn't say shit about it. That may or may not be true. I don't know. I haven't watched that Raw since it aired. So, who fucking knows? Maybe I should have watched the last Raw. I don't know. But I watched SummerSlam. I thought that'd be enough. But I should have known better. Should have watched Raw. So anyway, Razor apparently cost him a match 2 weeks ago. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Who knows? Someone, I'm sure. Not me. I'll probably never know. I'm okay with that. There's things I'm okay with not knowing. I'm okay with never knowing if Razor Ramon cost the Kid a match. I'm okay with never knowing what dinosaurs exactly looked like or were, or answers that. I'm okay with never knowing if we're alone in the universe. I'm okay with never knowing, like, what exactly the island was on Lost. Like, I'm okay with that. I'm more curious on Lost about what the fuck the four-toed people. Like, come on, man. Let's see more of that. That four-toed people shit had me fucking tripping. They built a statue. It's only got 4 toes on it. Like, what the fuck? And then they show the statue, like, in the past, in the final season. But, like, we don't see any four-toed people. So, I don't know. And Walt. What the fuck was the deal with Walt? Come on, guys. Like, Walt, like, what was the deal with kids and kids having superpowers? We just dropped that. That's just done. So, yeah, I'm definitely more than okay with never knowing if Razor cost the kid a match. So anyway, the Kid's like, look, I'm tired of being treated like a fucking kid. Well, man, I guess don't make Kid your fucking name. I don't know what to tell you, man. If you don't like being treated like a kid, don't have your name be the 1, 2, 3 Kid. It seems as simple as that. Call yourself the 1, 2, 3 man. Or I don't know, 6, X-Pac, whatever you want to call yourself, man. Just drop the name Kid. You just are always calling yourself the Kid. You're the Lightning Kid, the 1, 2, 3 Kid, just simply the Kid. There was another one in there too, like some shit, something Kid. Quit calling yourself Kid, man. This might be on you. This might be 50% your fault. Also, it's probably like 30% the fact that you look like a teenager. So there's like 80% it's your fault. So the Kid's like, look, man, like I'm tired of getting disrespected. Treated like a kid. I beat you once, Razor, motherfucker. And I'll do it again if I gotta get some respect. Fight me next week, bitch. And Kid leaves. So after that, Razor gives a promo on the many assholes in his life right now. Like, Razor has, like, huge problems with, like, all kinds of fucking people. Bulldog, Cornette, Dean Douglas. Now he's got this bullshit with the Kid. And he's like, look, alright, look, man, like, cool, dude, like, bro, we're friends. You're my little buddy. But, like, I'll fist fight you next week. I don't give a fuck, son. So, we got that to look forward to next week. Moving on from there, we've got Smoking Guns versus Rad Radford and the Brooklyn Brawler. Any guesses as to who picks up the win here? So, Rad Radford, if you're not familiar, was actually a member of the NWO for like 3 weeks. His name was Louis Spicoli. And then he, like, died of like a drug overdose. So, he's another one of those stories. You might remember him as Scott Hall's lackey in the very brief Larry Zbyszko feud. It's actually where Dusty turned heel. Turned NWO heel. I don't know, were NWO really heels at that point? Yeah, technically so, but they're getting a loud pops in the whole crowd reaction thing. So, Smoking Guns, fucking torch these guys. Like, it's a fast squash. Vince McMahon keeps saying smoking like Jim Carrey in the movie The Mask. So he's like, the Smoking Guns. Like, keep saying it. Like, we get it, man. The Mask was, I remember 1995. The Mask was a fucking popular movie, but shit, man, don't say that. It's getting played out already. Like, by 95, like, 3 weeks after that movie came out, if someone did that, you were like, come on, man. It's like, other shit in that movie. You could, like, you didn't even seen the movie, you just saw the commercials, you motherfucker. Because it wasn't like movies now where you can just see movies all the time. Like, you had to see that shit in the theater, and then you had to wait 6 months for it to come out on VHS. So if you saw that shit in the theater, you were like, oh yeah, man, you knew you were hot shit. You were hot shit if you saw a movie in the theater back then. It's a really weird thing, but that's just how it worked in like the mid-90s. Like, oh shit, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, no, bitch, you gotta wait till VHS. And someone would just be quoting the fucking shit from the commercials, and you'd be like, come on, man. Like, you haven't even seen the movie, have you? You just quoting the commercials. Shit. This weird shit made you, like, fucking cool in the 90s. Like, shit that would, like, never, like, you see a movie whenever now. Anywhere. Like, literally. On, like, any screen in your home. You can watch a movie now for free. So, weird how life has changed. So, Smoking Guns win with backbreaker, top rope, leg drop combo. After that, we've got a Goldust promo. This is still like early Goldust, and it's like fucking super awesome promo. It's super fucking creepy. Shit is great. I didn't really appreciate this shit at the time because I was 14. And, you know, whatevs. I'm more concerned with like jacking off to Sonny and having wrestling matches with action figures. Goldust was a fucking weirdo. I don't like that shit back then. I'm like, this is weird. I don't like it. So, he's actually giving a promo on the Taker. So, looks like we're walking into a fucking Taker Goldust feud. Sweet. This sounds awesome. I'm excited for this. I don't remember this, but I'm fucking looking forward to it. Don't tease me with this, guys. Don't, like, tease me with this and then not make it a thing. I will be upset. After that, we've got Isaac Yankem versus Scott Taylor. Yes, that's Scott Taylor. Lawler says at one point, because as you know, as everyone fucking knows, Isaac Yankem DDS was brought in by Lawler. And that was Lawler's personal dentist. So Lawler's like, I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot of Isaac in the WWF. Which is technically true and false at the same time. Like, we did not see very much Isaac Yankem. But we did see a shit ton of Glenn Jacobs. He's about to leave as Isaac. And he's going to come back as fake Diesel. And he's going to leave again. And he's going to come back as Kane. And he's going to be Kane until, like, I don't know, roughly, like, 6 months ago. Our time. Real time. That's insane. So we are actually, like, really going to see a lot of this guy. Like, a ton. For, like, 20 years. It's insane. Has arguably one of the greatest character runs in the history. Not only just, like, one of the greatest runs in the history of the company. Longest, like, best runs ever. But, like, other than The Undertaker, probably the second best character ever. Like, you never questioned why this dude had, like, fire magic. He just did. This dude just had fire magic, and you were like, it's Kane. He's got fire magic. I guess he had that Undertaker rub, though, because you never questioned the Undertaker. Like, Undertaker just had, like, spooky magic powers. But you just don't question it. Some characters you just don't question like that. And that's, like, the true testament of a great fucking character. So, right on. Yankem wins the squash with the DDS, which is his finishing move. Get it? Because he's Isaac Yankem DDS. The DDS is a very, very basic, the most basic of basic DDTs. So, nothing impressive there. He did use a chokeslam, though. After that, we're hyping the next pay-per-view, which is In Your House. This is before In Your House. This is the third ever In Your House, and this is before they started giving In Your House, the individual In Your House is like their own names, like In Your House, Calgary Stampede, shit like that. We got a triple header for the main event. First ever triple header in WWF history. So what this is, let me set the stage here for what a triple header is. What we have in this match is Diesel, the World Heavyweight Champion, and Shawn Michaels, the Intercontinental Champion, as a team, taking on Tag Team Champions Yokozuna and Owen Hart. Now, should Diesel or Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels pin Owen or Yoko, they become tag team champions. Should Yoko or Owen pin Diesel or Shawn, they'll retain their titles and win whoever was pin's belt. So if Yoko pins Shawn, he'll become IC champion. If Yoko pins Diesel, he'll become heavyweight champion. And it works the same way for Owen. So all belts are on the line. It's belt madness. We're having down here at Belt City, we're having a belt madness marathon sale for Memorial Day weekend. Sons of bitches, get down here. If that was like, a belt store like that. But there's not belt stores like that. So that's our main event for In Your House. It's like not a bad card, really. You've got also on the card Razor versus Dean Douglas. Bret the Hitman Hart taking on Jean-Pierre Lafitte, who, I shit you not, wait for it, is wait for it, seriously, it's going to be worth it. He's a fucking pirate, man. I'm not even playing. I forgot all about this. This dude is a fucking pirate. They even call him Jean-Pierre Lafitte, the pirate. Like, he's a fucking pirate. I'm talking eye patch, like, wearing, like, old pirate, old-timey, 1700s, like, shit. Like, man, he's a fucking pirate. A pirate! Are you serious? Like, I get that everyone has to have, like, weird gimmicky jobs in 1995 WWF, but like a fucking pirate. Wrap your head around that, guys. Pirate. That's insane. That blows my fucking mind. Also on the card, face Bam Bam Bigelow taking on the British Bulldog, because Bulldog and Cornette's little stable attacked Diesel a few weeks ago, and face Bam Bam's apparently friends with Diesel, and he's like, yeah, I'm not cool with that, man. Like, no. So, I don't really get the connection there, Bam Bam and Diesel. Like, one might be a truck driver, something truck driver, and Bam Bam's like flame suit. But they're friends. And Bam Bam is like, no, sir, you're not going to attack my buddy. So they've got a match. Sorry about that. We got disconnected there, guys. I'm not sure what happened. Anyway, it said session expired. Whatever. That's stupid. So, anyway, probably could have just let this go. I mean, we really only have like 5 more minutes. Anyway, but like, I'm going to finish this for you guys. And that way it's going to be posted. We're going to say part 1, part 2. Anyway, so we've got Savio Vega taking on Waylon Mercy. Waylon Mercy is a character I love. I liked Waylon Mercy at the time. I love Waylon Mercy now. Waylon Mercy is like Bray Wyatt before Bray Wyatt. But also a lot of like Robert De Niro from Cape Fear. Fucking great character. Way ahead of his time. If this dude would have come out in like any other time, 1995, it would have been super over. Like, super. If he'd have just come out like 5 years later, massively over. It's one of like the great missed opportunities. A guy named Dan Spivey played him. One of my favorite characters of all time. After that, we've got our main event. It's Sid with his manager, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase versus Heartbreak Kid. Shawn Michaels in an Intercontinental title match. They're a huge hyping earlier, like, oh man, this main event might not work. Like, In Your House, if Sid beats Shawn tonight, so, anything can happen. Sid ain't beating him for this fucking title tonight. Come on, man. This is 1995 Shawn Michaels. He's at the height of his fucking powers. Like, this dude has the world eaten out of his hand. He's the best in-ring performer in the world. Yeah, Sid's gonna beat him when he's going into the main event. And, like, let's be honest here. Diesel might be the champion, but he's not main eventing this fucking pay-per-view. Shawn Michaels is. So, Sid, by the way, great entrance music. Man, I forgot how good this dude's fucking entrance music was. Very good. Very good entrance overall. Light work. They really like portray this dude as a star and like a real like crazy threat. HBK wins a very good match with a super kick. After the match, he does a very good match, by the way. Very good match. I recommend watching this match. Definitely go watch this. He does a mini striptease afterwards. where he starts to like pull his like tights down, and you see like the top of his ass, and the women fucking go crazy. Every female in there loses their mind. There was like a fucking like 8-year-old girl in the front row who was like, oh my god, I don't know what I'm feeling right now, but holy shit, it's Shawn Michaels. And there was like a 90-year-old woman who was like, oh my god, it's Shawn Michaels. Like, Shawn Michaels, that's crazy. Like, Shawn Michaels, every woman in there was just like, it didn't matter if it was like a 15-year-old girl who was just like, 15-year-old girl googly eyes, or a 30-year-old woman that was like, I want to fuck that dude. It was just insane. Women of every age they showed in this audience just losing their shit for this dude. It was fucking crazy. It was insane. Like, really. I remember my mom, anytime this dude was on TV, like, my mom didn't know shit about wrestling, other than she didn't like that I was obsessed with it. But if Shawn Michaels' music played, my mom, like, knew this dude's music. She was like Pavlov's dog shit. My mom would just come running in and start, like, drooling, like, hey, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Oh. Shawn Michaels, right there, man. At the height of his power. After that, we got Doc Hendrix, which is like a... Everybody knows Doc Hendrix. Come on, it's Doc Hendrix. Why can't I remember his name right now? Freebirds? Come on. Works backstage. Total brain fart. I'm going to remember it in like 15 minutes. It feels stupid. Anyway, so he interviews HBK and Diesel, and he's like, what about this match you guys got coming up? And they're like, we're not worried about this. Come on, man. We're HBK and Diesel. Don't. And they're like, we might right now be two dudes with attitudes, but after we win these belts, we're going to be two chaps with all the straps, which is kind of funny, but also lame as fuck. And that's all we got. So, tune in tomorrow to see what Nitro answers with. What Nitro's rating was. Who won this week. The suspense. Anyway, thanks for stopping in, peasants, peons, plebes, all you P-word losers. The royalty abides. King abides. Thank you so much for your time. I put in more time than you, but whatever. You know, the spiel I give you at the end of this. Monday, we got basically, like, it's not like a recap, because he doesn't, like, by the numbers recap it. We got, like, the high-fiving party with the high-fiving motherfucker. And he talks all things Raw. Tuesday, I talk all things SmackDown on the SmackDown recap. Wednesday, we don't have shit for you. Thursday, you hear last week, you hear this week. Tune in next week. Friday, I already told you what's going on Friday. Saturday, Drive By with Shooter. It's my favorite wrestling podcast. Shooter. Our MVP. It's brilliant. Check it out. It's good shit. I got stuff to do today, guys. I'm not rambling. As I say every week, I love you guys. Thanks for stopping.